This is Jones C. Edwards Stadium in Huntington, West Virginia. Little gets the blood boiling, quite like a rivalry game. Sparks, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be... Marshall will kick off to get the festivities started. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Mountaineers offense will have the football first. And you'll remember the last time these two clashed, it wound up being a tight one right to the finish.
And you know it's always going to be emotional, David. There's so much trash talking in rivalry games like this. These two teams, these two fan bases absolutely hate each other, and they let each other know about it all game long, even before the game.
And that's what makes it so much fun to cover. Who can manage their emotion, not get those dumb penalties, like be really locked in, dialed in, not let all the outside noise affect their play.
The Mountaineers want to pick up the tempo. Looking downfield, it's Singleton. Caught. He'll be forced out of bounds right at the 30-yard line as they try to grind out some room. And the Mountaineers have it with a 1st and 10. Fresh setter downs going to the air. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. The fake wants to throw. Lucky to get it off. Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. Wide receiver comes in motion. Just keeps slinging it. Fires to the wideout. Between the hashes, it's Sanchez. So important to convert these 3rd downs, and they get it done. They'll have it at the 42.
Well, you're seeing this offense aggressive here right out of the gate. I don't even know if they're planning on running the football the rest of this game, the way they're throwing it right now. I mean, they're just throwing caution to the wind. And, David, we know it. They've got a lot of confidence in their skill players throwing the ball, and right now that's been very apparent early.
Well, and now you knock me back on my heels a little bit. Now I'm like, oh, crud, is this their game plan? Is this going to be pass, pass, pass? So defensively, I'm thinking, how do I make my subs? Do I go dime? Do I go nickel, right? Like, they're definitely pass happy, but the first thing I have to do is get a pass rush and make this quarterback feel uncomfortable.
Following the completion, we get a stoppage to check out the injured player. Short pickup of 4 on 1st down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Unloads to the wideout. Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces the 3rd down. They've got to get the football to the 32 to pick up the 1st down. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Here comes the heat. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down. The Mountaineers will call on their punt team. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. First one is away, and boy, did he put in work in that loss last week, kicking it 5 times. The Thundering Herd offense takes the field. It's our first look at them in this one. And here comes the big tight end, Toby Payne. And this guy's developed quite nicely as a security blanket for his quarterback. Tells the run, wants to pass. Right side, it's Boston. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down. Marshall might go for a big play here on 2nd and short. Turns out it's Culliver. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43. Selling the fake. Rushes on. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away. 2nd and long here. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. Quarterback's got to get rid of the ball. That sack's on him, not the O-line. Third down coming. He's looking downfield to throw. He's got an open man. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. Marshall will be forced to punt. Boots' first of the day away was called on 4 times in the victory last week. And the punt hits at the 6, and they can't down it, and it'll be a touchback. The Appalachian State offense returns to the field. On the draw, it's Lewis. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. And the Mountaineers in the hurry-up. Dropping back, it's Singleton. Makes the grab. Picked up about 6. They're looking at 3rd and 4. Facing a 3rd down and short from the 26. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back.
False start on offense.
And the penalty accepted, and they'll move them back. Still 3rd down, but more ground to cover after the flag. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the left. Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. The Mountaineers getting set on 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs going up top. Catch in the middle, it's Branch. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the 1st down.
And as a quarterback, when you're throwing these slant routes against man coverage, location is so important. You want to put the football in a place that your receiver can catch the ball and continue advancing it. So nice job by that QB, putting the football right on the face mask of his wide receiver.
And the Mountaineers have their offense in high gear. He wants to throw it again. Out wide right, it's Lewis. No, he got loose. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. Trying to save time on defense, they used their 2nd timeout. They burned a couple early, now down to just 1 timeout to work with. Straight ahead, it's Lewis. They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball is at the 17. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. They give it to him again. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. The Mountaineers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Trying to squeak through the pile. And that'll not only be a 1st down, it'll be 1st and goal from the 7. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. With the run on 1st and goal. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Offense trying to pay it off on 2nd and goal. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Mountaineers! Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skill players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
Motion from the wideout. Play action on 1st down. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it. Let's go!
Great job by the defense forcing the fumble, but a bad, unfortunate bounce, and the offense pounces back on it.
You want to talk about hearts and throats when that ball was on the ground? The offense recovered its own fumble. They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. Knocked down behind the line for the 2nd straight play, bringing up a 3rd and lots of work to do. They'll ride him again. Powers through the defender. He'll be stopped short, and they'll force a fourth down. Marshall will be forced to punt. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Searching for space. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Here comes the Mountaineers offense to take the field and open this possession. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited. Long way to go on second down. Quick give. It's Lewis. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game. And the Mountaineers come to the line in the hurry-up. Sets his feet. It's Singleton. Lets it fly. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. They bring the punter onto the field now. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Selling the run, but he wants to throw it. They're working that left side. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain. They'll need a bunch on second down. They stop for just a second as they tend to the injured Mountaineer. A senior defensive tackle being looked at by medical personnel. Holly Rowe will keep us up to date on how he's doing. Now looking for that first down on third and short from the 26. Doing it himself again. They tried to go smash mouth on third and short, and it did not work against this defense. They punted away on fourth down. Makes a move. They make the stop on the return, but there is laundry on the field. Let's get the call.
Personal foul. Defense.
He was grabbing for anything he could get a hold of and wound up with a fistful of face mask, and it'll cost him 15. The run inside. It's Lewis.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Might as well run him again. Got enough for the first down. And he's brought down after a nice gain. From inside the 40 at the 37, it's first down.
And that's a nice run by the running back. And I tell you what, man, these rivalry games, a lot of times they're decided by who can run the football, who can exert their will.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
The Mountaineers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Guys, it's Appalachian State holding the lead at the end of the quarter. Let's take a look at the numbers through the first quarter. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. Looking downfield, it's Singleton. Makes the grab. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. And the Mountaineers racing to the line in the hurry-up. Gets the back moving. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Taking a shot. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be fourth down. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. And it took everything he had, but he barely gets it in there. And now the lead is extended a little further.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50+, and he did it with ease.
From inside the 10, here he comes. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Thundering Herd offense ready to come out and get this drive going. They really need to find a way to generate some kind of offense down 10-0. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1. The give to the back. He'll be dragged to the ground, but it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10. Tight end in motion. See how the D reacts. Fake to the back, wants to throw it. Got it. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Now staring at a 3rd and short from the 40. Keeps it himself. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. So in their own territory, on 4th and inches, the offense will stay on the field. He breaks a tackle. And he's brought down, but they believe the offense could convert the 4th down, and it paid off. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Oh, pressure's coming. He gets away. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. The Thundering Herd to the line, facing a 2nd and short. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Running inside. It's Boston. 9-yard pickup on the play. It's now 2nd and 1. After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1. Under pressure. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football. This is the type of play that decides games. Are you tough enough to convert 3rd and short from the 30? Burrowing for yardage. And he stopped, brought down at the 18. It'll be enough for the first down. Really nice job to move the ball on the ground like that in the big game, but we will need to check on an injured player. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. He'll do it himself. Makes a man miss. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay up. He stopped, and he's got enough to move the chain. Marshall looking for the score on 1st and goal. Wants to pass. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Thundering Herd. Right on the money, and he makes the grab in the end zone. I don't know exactly what the defensive coverage was, but it certainly wasn't part of the plan to leave him that wide open.
Well, I don't think they know what their defensive coverage was either. How do you leave that big guy open down in the red zone? You know the quarterback loves the big tight ends in this area. Really poor job by the defense.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, the lead is cut to 3. It's 10-7. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Tight end now in motion. He'll do it himself. But nowhere to go. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage. The Mountaineers are in the hurry-up.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this. in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Dropping back, it's Singleton. Turns it upfield. He's down right there, short gain on the grab. Last completion picked up a couple. Here comes 2nd and 8.
On defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
He snuffed out behind the line again, went right back to the well and got the same bad result. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
All right, this quarterback is going to have to start playing with a clock going off in his head. He knows he cannot hold on to the football too long with players like that getting after him.
And the Mountaineers will bring the punt team onto the field. Going to field this one in tight quarters. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. First play of this drive. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout, and these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime. Motion from the back. Drops back on 1st down. Look out! On the move, he fires. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly. 2nd and long here. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Took a shot as he threw. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. And now everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this 4th down. Punt is in the air. And the punt hits at the 6, and they can't down it, and it'll be a touchback. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. Tackled behind the line, and he'll lose 1 on the play. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Back to throw, it's Singleton. Fires left. Makes the grab. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. The Mountaineers will hustle to the line. Wants to throw on 1st. Rush right in his face. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Couldn't connect on 1st down. Now back to the air. Grabbed in the middle. It's Lewis. Good pickup there as he gets the 1st down, and they'll mark him at the 48. And the Mountaineers come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
And we've seen him do it by land, right? They've been handing him the football, and he's been finding space, making some plays, and now he does it by air. They find him, throw him the football, proving to be a dual threat. This is a guy they like to feature in this offense because he'll continue to make big plays.
Fresh set of downs going to the air. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Firing to the right, complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. Still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Brings a return out across the 25. Gets a couple of extra yards. He stopped at the 27-yard line. And they don't want to risk a turnover here, so they'll just take the knee and head to the locker room. That time as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors.
Guys, thanks. Welcome into the Week 11 version of the EA Sports College Football Update Show as we inch closer to bowl season. We kick things off with Boston College taking on the #1 team, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. And it's the Eagles with one of the biggest wins in program history, taking down the #1 team in the country. The result today gets them back to 500. It's something they harped on in practice all week, and they will celebrate this one for at least 24 hours. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. Now over to your game inside Jones C. Edwards Stadium. It's hardly a secret what this team wants to do. They want to feed the beast, let him run it, and control the line of scrimmage. Ground and pound, and continue to add to this lead in the second half. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
Marshall takes over the ball, the Thundering Herd offense coming out. They'll keep it on the ground to start the second half. And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Back to throw, and they've got to go a long way. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Fires on the move. Right side, it's Culliver. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stops, and it'll be 1st down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Boston. He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be 2nd and long. They'll give it on the counter. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34. Marshall comes to the line, facing 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. Good coverage on that one, and they get him almost immediately. Off play action on 1st down. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose. Long way to go on 2nd down. Looking downfield, it's Singleton. Fires to the wideout. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. Almost intercepted, and what a momentum swing that could have been, but they still force a 4th down. The Mountaineers will send out the punt unit. Trying to take it back. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. The Marshall offense makes its way back onto the field. Complete to start this drive. Oh, what a cut! Across midfield and out of bounds at the 49. A big pickup there. They'll have it at the 49, just across midfield. 1st and 10. Sells the run, looking to pass. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. They'll need a bunch on second down. Keeps it on the option. Gain of 9 on that one. Third down and short. He needs a yard. This feels like 4-down territory. Third and short from the 40. They'll try to get it through the air. Gets away. He's going to run it. He hits the slide, and he's got enough to convert that third down. This Marshall offense putting together a nice drive. Makes the grab on the left. Brought down at the 26-yard line after a pickup of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a first down. Fresh set of downs going up top. Pulls it in. It's Culliver. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be third down. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. He's got it. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13. The Thundering Herd picked up a fresh set of downs by keeping it on the ground. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Oh, and he's able to get it back. Good thing for him. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. Second down, gonna throw it. They're all over him. He just tossed that one out of bounds. You avoid the sack, you avoid the turnover. You've got more plays here on third down. That last play, not what they had in mind, and they've got a long way to go to get it close to the goal line to pick up a first down. On third down, he drops to throw. Has it. Goes out of bounds, but they'll be set up with a 1st and goal. The Thundering Herd picked up a fresh set of downs by keeping it on the ground. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. They were all over it. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Pushes ahead. All over him immediately. This offense has gone haywire on these last 2 plays in the red zone. Can they set things right on 3rd and goal? From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. And he'll boot one from the right hash. He ought to be able to navigate that angle from this distance. Splits the uprights. Good. The lead is down to a field goal. He'll start the return inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Appalachian State regains possession, and the Mountaineer offense headed to the field. Makes the catch. It's Branch. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. And the Mountaineers want to crank the tempo. A yard. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Plows his way ahead. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. No chance for any kind of return there. They were all over him as soon as he caught the football. Tells the play fake, wants to throw on 1st down. Quick catch. Up near the 40-yard line, they'll mark it at the 39, a pickup of 15.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
Hits inside, it's Hamilton. And we've been waiting to see the spin move, and so too had the defense. They were ready for it. Second and long here. Quick give. Pull to the ground. They're about to wear this punter out. He's already been out 4 times, staring at a 5th if they can't move the chains. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down. Marshall will be forced to punt. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Using his feet. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34. They'll have to hustle if they want to get off another snap before the end of the period. Got him on the RPO. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Using his legs, it's Lewis. Pulled down there, but they'll move the sticks, and it's a 1st down. The Mountaineers come to the line with a new set of downs. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Sets his feet. It's Singleton. He wants to take the top off. Knocked away at the last minute, and that is precision defensive back play there. And the Mountaineers will punt this one away. Gets it away, solid distance, but more importantly, trying to keep it away from that return man. So Marshall is out on the field and ready to get this drive cranked up. And now, deep in the 4th quarter, a chance to go down the field and take the lead in this ball game. Straight ahead, it's Price. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Out wide right, it's Culliver. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll move the wide receiver. Oh, he's got some space. Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st down, and then down to the 42. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Trying to establish the run. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call.
Hold on.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. On 1st down, here comes this offense. In traffic, it's Payne. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. On play action. Left side is Parsons. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. Right side, it's Norton. He's tackled right at the 40-yard line. That is well short of the first down, and let's see if they go for it here. Punt is on its way. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. Appalachian State comes out onto the field to get the drive started. Quick give. It's Lewis. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down. The Mountaineers want to move quickly. Pulls it. He'll keep it on second down. Knocked down in the backfield, 2 yards behind the line. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Out wide left, it's Lewis. He'll be brought down at about the 18-yard line. Not enough to move the sticks. They booted away. Not a lot of room to field this one. The pursuit and coverage was there, and they swarm him under for no gain. Snap on first down, wants to throw. It's complete to the left. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give them a first down. Tells the run, wants to pass. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach. Long way to go on second down. Off play action. Unloads to the right. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds. The Thundering Herd trying to dial one up to convert on 3rd down. Gonna look downfield again. Here comes the heat. Takes a hit as he fires. Misses again. It's incomplete, and that's 3 in a row. Marshall will be forced to punt. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines. Not his best work. The Mountaineers offense coming onto the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. His offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Play action on first down. Caught in the backfield. It's Branch. After the completion, we see there is a man down, and the clock will stop to check on him. They'll need a bunch on second down. The run inside. It's Lewis. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. And if you didn't know this was a big play, the crowd is telling you. A huge 3rd down. He's going to take a shot. Makes the grab at the 10. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals. They ripped off a huge chunk, and now a little chunk is needed to pay it off. He's dropped. Timeout called here on defense, so they'll have a couple remaining in addition to the 2-minute stoppage to try to maximize time and get the football back. Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. So they'll use a timeout here. One more remaining, and of course the 2-minute stoppage coming up as well. They'll try to pass it in on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Mountaineers! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession.
And, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the 4th quarter, everything going in their direction.
He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. Drops back on first down. Fires quickly.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch to these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Got it in the middle, it's Norton. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Bought a little time, lets it go. Finds his man, it's Culver. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Second down, gonna throw it. They go to the wide receiver screen. And it is well blocked as they pick up enough for a first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line.
And the offense showing off the short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job, and look at them. They're right on the football, ready to cap.
Got it down the field. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the first down, you get out of bounds, you work in the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
The snap sets up to throw. The screen, he's got wheels. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. Second down to the air. Rush is on. Finds some time. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Hurd!
Well, the offense did their part. You're just trying to apply some pressure on the opponent, right? Yeah, you're down right now, but if you can find a way to get the ball back with some time on the clock, they're within striking distance still to win this game.
Just over a minute to go, and if they have a chance, they've got to come up with this onside kick.
And you're just waiting for that right bounce, that right skip for that ball to get 10 yards to try to make something happen and make a miracle come to fruition. And, Palmer, it's not going to happen. The defense's hands team, they were ready. They were